Hello.
And he decided to be a human traffic light. So he would stop and start the traffic every second of the day of his life pretty much. He'd be here at night, in the morning, the afternoon. He made it into a full-time job because all the drivers appreciated what he was doing, and he actually stopped a lot of the accidents potentially happening that would have happened. He was given tips. It would have been nothing like 2 Bolivianos or whatever, and a lot of snacks, so now he's got a nice big belly. But he's an old man and he lives at the bottom of the road, so all the money he saved from doing this, he ended up buying a house from it. So it worked out quite nice, yeah. Remy's going to lead you to the next section. Barracuda's going to be there already, but we shouldn't have to wait too long. It's going to be the famous postcard corner picture. So if you're scared of heights, tough shit. Alright, this is where we all sit over a cliff edge and get a nice picture together. Okay? Next section though, when Remy takes you around a few corners, it gets a little bit narrow and a little bit bumpy. Some of the corners have some loose gravel on them. You'll eventually go over the Devil's Bridge, then the Devil's Corner, then you're on this section of the road. It looks really narrow from here, but when you're cycling on it, you'll feel fine. The bus makes it every day. I've seen vehicles overtaking each other here, believe it or not. So just take your time though, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get to Postcard Corner. Remy's going to take individual pictures of everybody, and then once I arrive, if you're all finished with the pictures, we're going to do a group photo at the corner. Alright?
Right.
Good? Okay. With not enough speed, he skidded before he hit the ramp, lost all his momentum, didn't get enough height, didn't get enough distance, didn't get enough anything, plummeted 85 metres straight down, deployed his parachute at the last millisecond, it done nothing. He landed on his ass. The bike bounced in front of him, his parachute deployed as he was rolling, but the bike then went into the parachute and got tangled up. He done roly-polies for maybe another 50, 60 metres, and luckily the medical rescue team was waiting there, okay? So the first kind of reports that Gravity got, and they still make a joke about it, is that he had a broken ass, fractured elbow, and lacerations in the tendon in his knee. But obviously it was a broken tailbone. That's all that he had, and he fell up to 150 metres.
Wow.
There's a video online. When I send you your pictures you'll get on Facebook and Dropbox. I'll add in a link to the video. You can see his GoPro video, which is literally just the audio of him doing trying to catch onto branches and trees, and also you'll see the multiple angle video if you're interested. But he survived, he's fine, he's still base jumping to this day. He actually went out to the Gravity Nelson in New Zealand recently, and his brother, and fine, still a happy guy.
Did he ever try it again to
He said that when he was getting brought back up in the stretcher, he was like, yeah, I'm going to come back and do it again. He was in good spirits, but 2 years and no one's seen him since. But if I get like an Aussie guy around 45 with a backpack, I'm always suspicious. At this next section, I'll go at the back. So the next section though is a bit more dangerous. This section and the next one coming up, I'd say, are the two most dangerous sections. So you're going to go round past the bus, funnily enough a little bit of a ramp. On the left hand corner, you're going to take a right hand corner that has a lot of gravel in it, a lot of loose gravels and boulders. For this one, take it really wide on the left, but if you copy what I'm doing and everyone copies the person in front of them, no problems. Remy's going to go to the 180 degree corner. So you'll get to this corner, you'll see Remy. If you put your bike upside down on that corner, you'll see his bike, you'll see a sign saying 90 degrees. It's like 200 degrees, it's well over 180 degree corner, just a typical sign on the death road. For this corner, take your time. It's also the famous Italian corner. I'll tell you why later. And then you will take, then you'll take a couple more corners. You get to a really big one that's kind of similar to all this, but it's flat. It's like big boulders and rocks put together. There's been a landslide. After this corner, I'm going to stop the group quickly, just an extra stop, because after this corner is the base jumping area, and also it's really dangerous if you don't know where to be on the road. Okay, so we'll cut it short. It's only going to be 5 minutes or so. Still take your time. You'll get a feel for the road being a little bit more technical as well. Okay, so you be careful. Right. Dies, it's a shame, but both his brothers died in vehicle accidents. I believe it was motorcycle accidents. Where I put my bike over there, he was standing. A vehicle was coming just as what happened there. He moved his motorbike a little bit further back. The back wheel went into that little ditch and he went right over. It's about 110 meters down there, and he died. So both his brothers died in motorcycle accidents. He also died in a motorcycle accident. It was only in 2014. He was also a climber, so they put a carabiner on the cross for him. Also just down here, a company, one of the Power Ranger companies that we call them, Extreme Downhill. They're actually quite high up on TripAdvisor. Just at that barrier there, about maybe 6 months ago, their driver was following the group and his wheel went over. He was giving way to a cyclist and he fell down with his bus and died as well.
my God.
So as the bus is still down there to this day, it was Gravity that had to go down and try and save him, but they couldn't. And the thing is with that, his son was also working that day driving another company and had to come back up and see it all. So it really was a shame. The reason I'm telling you these things is some people are interested, some people aren't, but also you need to be careful, okay? A lot of accidents here. Coming up just as we go round this right corner, this is where the guy starts his video for his GoPro video for base jumping. You do not want to be on the left hand side, okay? There has been a Chilean girl and 2 Israeli girls that died here for the reason I mentioned earlier. On the bumpy sections, if you're going too slow, you don't have momentum, you're on the outside of the road, it's really dangerous, okay? So when we go round this right hand corner, copy me, you're going to go on the right hand side until you get past the exposed area, which is only around 40, 50 metres, if that. Once you get past that, you're enclosed by trees again. Go back on the left hand side of the road. You go past a camping area, you go past a tree that fell down on the road. Then you have a really big hard left hand corner coming up, and then it's about 5 minutes or so of a nice easy section, not hard corners, not much gravel, and we'll get to San Juan. Just wait for me, there's going to be not a cage, like a barrier, okay? A barrier going across the road with some red flags down from it. Stop on the left hand side here, I'm going to buy the second tickets, and then we're going to stop at San Juan Waterfalls. I'll tell you some more scary stories, and then I'll shut up and let you enjoy your food, okay? All good?
Yeah.
This time it was after a football game. They all went on the back of an open top truck, all 109 of them, really big truck. They were coming back from La Paz, maybe a little bit tipsy. Normally they would like to be on the back of the truck because they thought we can jump out if there's going to be an accident. It was at night. After this cross, about 20, maybe 10, 15 metres to the left hand side is the narrowest section of the road. It said the back wheel of the truck went over here. It's about 100 metres or so straight down. All 109 people died. Where we're standing right now, over the course of 10 or 11 days, they had to abseil down and recover each body one by one and put it here. That's his first story. Second story, this German girl I told you about I had to go down for. Just after this barrier, she fell about 25 metres down here and she got caught up with all this vegetation. So she was really lucky. The company she was with didn't even put her in their bus. I had to put her in our bus to take her to the bottom. Because they just left. Crazy. Also, has anyone heard of a guy called...
And I'll show you where the restaurant is and where the showers are as well. So first of all, welcome. This place started in 2003, but we didn't start off as an animal refuge. We started off as an eco-lodge. This is where people finishing the death road could have somewhere to eat, sleep, wash up, spend a few days relaxing in the area. After about 1 year of being open as an eco-lodge, Vicky and Marcelo, that's the owners of the refuge, they started to become aware of the animal trafficking that's coming through this area. So it is a big problem in South America, people taking animals from the wild and selling them on in the illegal pet trafficking trade. That first animal to arrive here was a capuchin monkey. Now you might see a capuchin today, you might not. A capuchin monkey. So you might see a capuchin, you might not. It depends on the monkey themselves. So what I mean by that is that this place is a little bit different to other animal refuges where we have the people in the cage so the animals can be as free as we can have them. That first monkey, he was on his way to being sold on as a pet. He was getting taken to La Paz. The man that had the monkey stopped at Yolosa, which is about a 10-minute walk from here, and he was talking about his intentions to sell the monkey. Marcelo, who owns this place, didn't like this idea of a monkey going on to live its life in a cage, so he spoke to the man and he said to him, don't take this monkey to the city and sell it, why don't you give it to us so it can live its life in the trees here instead of stuck in someone's cage. So eventually the man gave up and he said, you know what, just pay for my petrol, pay for my lunch, and you can have the monkey. The monkey began to live its life here. So word of mouth started to spread and people thought this was a place that was taking in animals. So people would drop off unwanted pets, people would bring in injured animals that were found along the road as well. And this place started to increase in numbers. In 2007, everything changed. We became a licensed animal refuge, we became a non-profit and a non-government organisation as well. So today we are sitting at around 700 animals. It's a large variety of birds, monkeys, turtles, and a few other animals that you'll see dotted around as well. So by being a non-profit and a non-government and dealing with feeding all these animals means the money for the food has to come from somewhere. So we have guided tours in English and Spanish every day. We are still an eco-lodge. We've got a tree house and a few eco-cabins dotted around that people can use as well. We have volunteers who pay to work here. that's how we can. Oh yeah, and we've got one cycling company that finishes the death of the day and moves up here, which is yourselves, Gravity. So that's how we can afford to feed all these animals. Now I won't take any more of your time. What we'll do is, if you want to grab your bags, grab your drink, I'll show you where the restaurant is. And I'll show you where the showers are as well. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
For your time.
Rascal. He come very baby here.
Oh.
All that I put in my hand is rascal,
Aw.
rascal, rascal. Rascal, rascal, rascal. Eso, rascal.
He is a little rascal.
Rascal.
Oh, look at the other one on the roof.
Ciao, rascal.